Okay, pause it right there. So, logically speaking, you want to say this man did it intentionally. He says, my car broke down. There was some kind of failure with it. I hit the brake. The car doesn't stop. I mean, you don't have to be an investigator. You don't have to be like some true crime expert. Wouldn't you think that this vehicle that is in question, you don't think it should be preserved?
You have to preserve the evidence.
You don't think it should be preserved? Yeah, what do?
Absolutely.
You bring in the fire department to chop it up. I mean, you have clearer pictures than that, don't you?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Let me switch here.
Let me see. I think, no, I have him.
I mean, the person is telling you, he's telling you.
Yep, I got him.
My brakes did not work.
I got this one.
Okay, my brakes did not work. Okay, this is the car after the accident, after everyone has been extracted. Okay, I mean, you can clearly see the car is not caved in. It's not like the car is caved in. You can actually see exactly where it was hit.
This is what they're doing to him.
I mean, just look, zoom in on that driver fender. Why do you have to cut the driver fender to get something underneath the shifter?
By the way, the jury is going to see the pictures afterward. After they dent it, they crushed it, and
they want to tell this jury this was a head-on collision, this was a violent accident, a crash, that this is what the car looked like after the accident. That's what they want to tell the jury. Okay? That's what they want to tell. By the way, these photos are all sealed. You're not supposed to have these photos. I'm not supposed to look at these photos. And whatever Amy Ashworth wants to tell this community, you just have to go along with it, because you have no way of verifying what this police department did to that vehicle. I mean, zoom in, go back to that picture. Zoom in on the driver fender right there. Okay? Zoom in on that driver fender. Okay? Now go back to the other photo. I mean, go back real quick. Go one more, right there. Look at the front end of this car. Okay? You see the bumper. It's the bumper, what is it called? The crash bar is still intact. This is not a head-on collision. The headlight is still intact. The hood is still intact. Okay, which tells you this is not a head-on collision. There's nothing that caved this car in. And then you zoom in on the driver fender. Why would you cut that? I'm just trying to figure out, why would you cut the driver fender if you're getting something from underneath the shifter?
They're crushing and staging the vehicle, so they can get to say whatever they want.
They want to muddy up the water.
Muddy up the water. I mean, what does the prosecutor say in court every time? So the police department finally inspected the vehicle, and they found a brake failure. There's about a body cam that's about over an hour long body cam, and in that body cam they found 2 calipers that is not working in Mustafa's vehicle. The motor mount is completely broken. Which means if Mustafa's driving 55 miles an hour, that's the speed limit. When he hit the brake, that engine shifted forward.
But hold on.
With a broken motor mount, the ABS module is right in front of the engine. It would crush the ABS module, and then you have calipers that did not. I mean, the point that I'm trying to make.
An expert should be able to go in, examine this car, and come up with the findings.
Why is Prosecutor Sarah Sammy blocking it?
She's terrified.
On a body cam, we paid $5,000 to go in and inspect Mustafa's vehicle. We hired an independent expert to go and inspect his vehicle. Why am I watching a body cam? And this body cam is on the internet. You can watch it yourself. The investigator, Robert Drum, who falsified Mustafa's statement, we have evidence that he falsified Mustafa's statement, tells this independent expert, you can't touch the vehicle. You can't touch Mustafa's vehicle. You can't touch the SUV. Prosecutor Sarah Sammy said that. What do you mean?
Okay, so why is he not allowed to touch the car?
You have a judge order to touch the vehicle and reconstruct this vehicle, but you've got this investigator telling him Sarah Sammy says you can't touch this vehicle?
Why?
They're terrified.
What's her reasoning?
They're terrified because they're going to find.
What did she say? What was her reasoning?
You can't touch the...
She doesn't want anybody...
Oh, you're talking about... They're telling Brad Hayward, the new defense attorney, he wants to get an independent expert to inspect the SD card in the dash camera.
And the car.
And the car, and she tells him, I want to protect the integrity of the evidence. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm looking at a vehicle.
You're talking about the same car that was cut by the police.
The same car that's cut by the police, the
Chopped
same
up.
dash camera that your investigator is on the stand telling the judge, I violated department policy. I took the SD card.
So what is she protecting again? The integrity of what?
Integrity of what exactly? Oh, you're protecting the integrity that maybe this police officer is going to go to jail and you are going to follow, is going to be right after him.
She's protecting the integrity of the cop
The
that
integrity
lied,
of the cop.
falsified, and tampered with evidence.
The county is scrambling. They're so terrified right now because, by the way, they can't stop this from moving forward.
It's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to physically see what they've done to this car, to physically see what this prosecutor is saying. And we're going to hear what Chad Mason had to say.
You're going to hear Chad Mason admit to violating department. You're going to hear what he did to this dash camera. And then you're going to ask yourself the question, should Mustafa have an independent expert to inspect this SD card? And what are we going to find on this SD card? We're going to get to the bottom of it. By the way, this county cannot stop what's coming. What's coming is the independent expert is going to inspect the SD card whether they like it or not.
By law, Mustafa has the right. He has the right to hire an expert to examine
You think you can fuck around with Brad Haywood? By the way, Brad Haywood has a nonprofit organization in this community. Brad Haywood used to be in charge of all the public defender's office
in Arlington.
And now he has his own practice. And he's coming into this case and he's watching. Everything is on the internet. This prosecutor has made a deal with every defense attorney that Mustafa had.
Yeah.
You think Brad Haywood is gonna ruin his reputation?
I don't think so. I don't
Absolutely
think so.
not. I mean, he is so fucking upset. He tells me that Judge Weimer wants to wait all the way until October. He said, absolutely not. I have other motion that I'm basing my motions on that has to move forward. Why are we waiting until October? Absolutely not. By the way, within the next 2 weeks, we're going to get the SD card. He's getting an independent expert, and he's getting the SD card. We're going to get to the bottom of it, whether prosecutor Sarah Samuel likes her or not. And you don't have to take my word in anything that I'm saying here. I have her body cams. They're my body cams now. I have the audio of the investigator Chad Mason, who got on the stand, who told Judge Carol Weimer, who's supposed to be a respected judge in our community.
Bullshit.
Look,
the
the community is going to hear that Judge Carol Weimer is entertaining that someone tampered with Mustafa's dash camera.
Let me say this.
And now he's blocking the SD cards?
For anyone that doesn't know about cars, that doesn't know about airbag control modules, that doesn't know anything about anything with cars, okay? You want to tell me that if someone today was to crash into your driver door, right? Somebody would crash into your driver door. You have to get a new door. You have to fix the fender. You have to fix the body around it. And in the process, your airbag deploys, which means you have to get a new airbag control module. You have to reprogram it. You have to reprogram the airbags that are replaced. You want to tell me that if someone slams into your door, the body shop has to chop up your roof in order to change your airbag control module? You want to tell me that anytime a airbag deploys and they have to change a module, they have to chop up your roof?
What do you mean? We're looking at a vehicle. We're looking at a vehicle where the vehicle is not caved in, and you have access to the control, the ACM.
That's crazy. That's crazy to think.
And you're going to do this to the vehicle?
If someone bumped your fender and your airbag deployed, okay, a small bump, okay, but nonetheless, the airbag deployed, you want to tell the customer, we have to get you a new roof.
You know why they did this?
We have to get you a new roof. We have to get you a new fender because we couldn't get to the airbag control module, which is located underneath the shifter that has nothing to do with where the car was hit.
By the way, they did this.
Bullshit.
They chopped up the vehicle for two reasons. One, they're staging the vehicle to make it look like a head-on collision. But two,
to make it look like a violent crash. This was a T-bone accident. It was
And
a T-bone
Mustafa
accident.
did everything he can to avoid a vehicle accident. According to the body cam on scene, Robert Drum says Mustafa cleared all the vehicle, made it to the fourth lane.
I just
and
can't
the
get over
SUV
the
turned
fact. I mean,
into
I'm
him.
looking at this photo. I can't get over the fact that they hacksawed his driver fender like that. I mean, just look at that. What the hell are you doing? Why would you cut up the driver fender? I'm just curious. Okay, we understand you had to cut off the roof. Okay, you had to cut off the, but why do that to the fender? I'm really curious. Like, what the hell is that? What the hell is that?
I mean, think about it.
What did you even use to do that?
We hired an independent expert.
It almost
We paid
looked like
him-
they crashed it somewhere to make it look like this damage was from the accident. What does that have anything to do with the shifter? I'm just curious.
They're staging the vehicle.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Now, what I want to do, I want to jump into the audio over the proceeding. But before we jump into the audio, I think we should introduce Chad Mason. This community has to know who we're talking about. You can't understand who Chad Mason is without really taking a hard look at who this person is. I mean, we have to get to know.
Why don't you play that video with him saving the cat out of the tree?
That video is priceless. I mean,
They want to tell this community that Chad Mason is a real Chad. Okay, he saved.
apparently, did you know that at one point he
When all the officers are running this way, he's running the opposite direction. That's what they want to tell this community. This is a brave man. Okay, you look him up on Facebook. He was in national security.